Aurora and Arthur Petrova. Fun at Leicester Space Center. On Tuesday, August 21st, 2018, the morning is proper fresh and the sky is a crystalline sheen. At the Holiday Inn Express in Birmingham, the air is ecstatic with the promise of a quest. Petar, aged 47, adjusts his blue glasses, looking quite dapper in his Sunday best. He turns to Aurora, who is nearly 12, and says with a grin, "Eat your breakfast, my dear, before the real adventures begin." Aurora sits tall in her pink summer dress, her fake fringe perfectly straight, I must confess. With pink sunglasses over her pink glasses, she looks like a rose, while Arthur, nearly 11, strikes a cool, confident pose. "Papa, look at this cereal. It's a crunchy delight," Aurora chirps, her voice a loquacious bird in flight. "I need sustenance for the science we'll see. It's going to be absolutely legendary. Just wait and see." Petar chuckles. The BMW is waiting. Our black 2018 estate, a chariot of power that simply cannot wait. They step to the car, its metallic paint shimmering like a dark, deep lake. A sleek beast of the road, for goodness sake. Arthur pats the bonnet with a loquacious flair, his green sunglasses catching the summer air. This engine is a monster, a mechanical dream, the slickest petrol drinker I've ever seen. But before they depart, a digital bridge is built to the east to call Marija and share the morning feast. Arthur holds the phone high. As the screen flickers to life, "Zdravai!" Petar shouts to his wonderful wife. Marija, 41, wears orange to hide the scars from an accident long ago, when boiling water caused her skin a painful, fiery woe. "Mama, we're off!" Arthur cries, his words a rapid stream. "To the city of rockets and a cosmic dream." The call continues as they speak to the Horvats, a lively crew. "We're staying at the Hilton Birmingham Metropole later. It's proper posh, it's true," Aurora tells them, her loquacious nature on display. "Then a premier inn after that, to end our stay." Maria laughs from Bulgaria, her black hair in two plaits. The children discuss their travel dates. "Shtasliv put," she wishes, her voice full of grace, as they prepare to set off for the Leicester space place. On the motorway to Leicester, the traffic is a meandering stream until a silver Skoda Octavia shatters the dream. At Beaumont Lays, a Polish driver swerves, an abysmal and erratic display, making Petar's calm temper suddenly fray. "Ti ludli si," he bellows, his Bulgarian tongue sharp and loud, as the cacophonous horn pierces through a low-hanging cloud. Aurora gasps, "That was bare dangerous, Papa. He nearly hit us with his silly Skoda. What a total muppet." "He's a right donut in it?" Arthur adds, his green sunglasses sliding down his nose. "His driving is precarious, from his head to his toes. It exacerbates my stress when people don't drive right. He's lucky we're in this BMW, a stallion of might." Petar grips the wheel, his knuckles a pale ivory white. But soon the National Space Center comes into sight. "Look at the tower," Arthur yells, his excitement rising like a flare. "It's a silver giant reaching through the Leicester air." Inside, the atmosphere is a kaleidoscope of wonder and light, making the children's eyes grow incredibly bright. They run to the exhibits with buttons to press and dials to turn. "Look, Arthur," Aurora shouts. "There's so much to learn." This screen shows the planets, all spinning in a celestial dance. It's a cosmic disco if you give it a chance. Arthur joins her, falling into a scientific trance. "It's proper massive, sis. A galactic extravaganza." They find the space food, dried and strange in its pack. "Is this what they eat for a midnight snack?" Arthur asks, his loquacity never ending. "Ice cream that's dry?" My mind is bending. It's like eating a cloud that's been frozen in time. A culinary riddle, a gastronomic crime. Aurora giggles. "It looks like chalk, Arthur. Don't be so dramatic. Though I bet in zero gravity, the crumbs are quite erratic." They find old-fashioned phones and televisions from a bygone age. Is this how people spoke before the digital stage? Arthur asks, picking up a heavy, black rotary phone. It's a rudimentary dinosaur, he says in a comical tone. Petar shows him the dial, how the numbers spin and click. It's a bit long, innit? Arthur laughs. Sending a text would be way more quick. It's like using a pigeon to send a message, Papa. Soon they reach the museum toilets, where a vintage one sits, a porcelain relic that nearly scares them out of their wits. It has a long silver chain and a tank on the wall, and Aurora cannot resist its siren-like call. Flush goes the water with a cacophonous roar. Look at that, she giggles, and then she flushes it once more. Whoosh splash. It is an infantile game. She knows it is true, but the sound is so funny, she doesn't know what else to do. Petar appears, his patience starting to thin like a thread. Stop that at once, he sternly and sharply says. Aurora accidentally flushes again as he walks through the door, the water swirling loudly across the stone floor. Papa, it's just physics, she tries to explain, her loquacity bubbling like the water in the drain. The gravity pulls the water with such a frantic force, it's a hydraulic masterpiece, a liquid resource. Petar leans in close, his blue glasses reflecting his ire. If I slap you, you will cry, he warns, his words like a fire. Aurora freezes, her hand dropping the silver chain. I was only exploring, Papa, she says, her voice full of pain. But his face is a mask of frustration and gloom. It's a museum, not your bathroom. There's no more room for this tomfoolery. You've been flushing the toilet like it's a carnival ride. Have some pride. Lunch is at McDonald's, but the mood is quite dire. Petar looks at his burger with no spark of desire. We had this yesterday, he complains with a groan. A repetitive cycle, a monotonous tone. Arthur bits into a nugget and says, It's all right, innit? Better than nothing, let's be honest for a minute. The chips are crispy and the salt is a treat, even if the menu is a bit of a repeat. Aurora sits silently, her loquacity gone like the wind. She feels like a person who has accidentally sinned. Arthur tries to cheer her. Don't be so gutted, sis. Have a chip. It's a golden, salty kiss. Papa's just hangry. He'll be fine in a bit. Don't let the toilet incident make you lose your wit. But Aurora just sighs, her pink glasses slipping down. I've ruined the day, she whispers with a frown. They drive back to Birmingham as the sun starts to set, to a place where the faithful and the diverse all met. Birmingham City Church stands tall and wide, with a spirit of peace and a welcome inside. Petar meets Pastor Iodele, 68 and so wise, with big black round glasses over his kind twinkling eyes. E-N-L-E-O, Petar, the pastor says with a heartwarming smile. Come in from the world and stay for a while. The Bible study begins in a room full of grace, where the light of the evening fills every space. Aurora and Arthur sit quietly in the back. Is he going to talk about Noseboat? Arthur whispers. Or the lions in the shack? Aurora hushes him. It's Daniel in the den, you muppet, not a shack. Just listen to the pastor and get your focus back. His words are like honey, so smooth and so sweet, a spiritual banquet for us to eat. After the service, the night is a velvet black cloak as they walk to St. Paul's Square for a meal and a joke. Flat 12 is the home of the Daniels, so grand, with treasures and trinkets from a West African land. Mrs. Bolaji Daniel, 60 and kind, has the most welcoming spirit that you ever could find. She wears pilot-style glasses and says, Welcome, my dears. We've enough food to last us for many long years. The flat is a museum of culture and art, with wooden carvings that speak to the heart. Pastor Daniel shows Arthur a mask on the shelf. This was carved by a master, a hero himself. Arthur is fascinated, his loquacity in full bloom. It's well cool, he exclaims. Does it light up the room? Is it a warrior or a king from the past? The detail is mental. It's built to last. Is it made of mahogany or some other wood? Dinner is served on a table of wood. and the aroma is spicy and proper good. For the men, there was jollof rice, a red, fiery sea, while the women had spaghetti, as plain as can be. Pitar takes a bite, and his eyes open wide. "Oh, done," he exclaims. "There's a fire inside." Arthur nods, his mouth full of rice. "It's proper pucker, Papa. I love all the spice. It's a culinary explosion, a spicy sensation, the best jollof rice in the whole of the nation." But Aurora looks down at her pasta, so pale and so dry, and a stubborn old habit begins to catch her eye. She reaches for the water jug, her movements quite fast. "I want it wet, like it was in the past." Pitar sees her hand, and his voice becomes low. "Vito, no water. You must let the thought go. But it's like eating string." Aurora argues with a pout. "It needs a bit of hydration, without a doubt." "Ma binu," Mrs. Daniel says, sensing the fear, as Aurora's left eye sheds a large, salty tear. The conflict exacerbates the girl's quiet grief, and she sobs in her chair, finding no quick relief. She is inconsolable, crestfallen and blue. "I just want some water. That's all that I do. The spaghetti is parched, and my throat is a desert." Pastor Daniel leans over. "Don't let a small drop of water trouble your mind, my dear child. Peace be still." The dinner concludes with hugs and goodbyes, under the deep, dark Birmingham skies. They walk to the BMW, the air feeling cold, as the story of Tuesday has finally been told. Pitar drives back to the Holiday Inn, while Arthur feels the sleepiness begin to win. That rice was the business, Arthur mutters, half gone, as the lights of the city hum a low, neon song. "I'm proper knackered, sis. Total burnout, no doubt." To end the long day, they have one final treat, a Papa John's Hawaiian, both salty and sweet. They sit on the hotel bed, sharing the box, in their pajamas and their mismatched socks. "Pineapple on pizza is the best," Aurora says, her loquacity returning as she tucks a stray hair into her head. "Proper sorted," Arthur agrees with a sleepy, wide grin. "The best way for a Petrova Tuesday to win. It's a tropical triumph on a crusty